We're speed running these last few because I have work I got to get done. Okay, I'm down to 3, so I must be on day 28. That one. Oh, that's kind of pretty. All right, I'm gonna make a jug looking thing. Pretty tall. I've got 2 pounds of clay on the wheel. Let's go. Oops. Oh my goodness. Usually, when I'm throwing, I listen to internet lawyers who talk about cases online. But since I'm videotaping, I can't. But I've been just following with horror. I don't know about any of you. Wow, that's really tall. It's probably about right though. The horror that is Michael Proctor and the fallout from his racism, sexism, every ism known to man apparently, and then some. I don't know. Anybody else watching what's going on in Massachusetts? It's terrifying. It really, really is. All right. Oh, don't look at that. He is just. It is shocking to me. It's not shocking that he said the things that he said. There are people who are horrible, horrible racists in the world, and I have encountered some of them, right? So it is not shocking to me that there are horrible people in the world. What is shocking to me is that he would be so blatant about it on his, like writing it down, recording it. It's sort of one thing, I think, I don't know, to say those things in private. It doesn't. My ex-husband's family was extremely racist. They said things like that, but they said them out loud where they thought they were safe, where it was safe to say such things. They would never have said them, or at least I don't think they would have, written them down and said them in public. I find that just to be really, truly shocking. I don't know. Maybe in spite of being as old as I am, I'm sort of an idealist in the end. I find it shocking that people would act like that. All right, I think we got about enough height. We're gonna narrow in the bottom a bit, so we're gonna do an undercut there, then we're gonna belly it out and collar in the top. All right, let's see what we got. Undercut the bottom by a fair bit, actually. I missed. So I always throw water in here, because if you put water in here, when you cut it off, it won't stick back to itself. Otherwise, the clay tends to just stick back to the top, and you don't want that. So, all right, so we're gonna, let's see. We're gonna take our wooden rib. It has kind of this kind of look, where it comes out like this. Maybe even a little more than that. A little wider than that. All right, and then we're gonna, peel that off of there. I don't want that extra bit of clay. All right, and then I'm gonna take my yellow rib when I find it. I think it's funny, I put the red rib back in because I used it, and now I haven't used it since. And then back in this way. Quite a bit in there. And then we're gonna collar this in. It's way narrower on the top. Way narrower. I probably should have accounted for that as I was making it, but I did not. So way, way, way narrower. Let's see. And then I'm gonna pull this up a bit, I think. that seems about right. I'm gonna trim off the top, which is a little crickety. And use a sponge on a stick to get the water out of the bottom because there's a whole bunch in there. You don't want that. It will make your clay mushy. Turn your bottom to a gooey mess. Don't do that. Wipe your bottom. Exactly. I said it. Wipe your bottom. All right. I did not draw it with a flare, but I think in this particular case, it kind of needs a flare. It feels not very attractive like this. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go in just a hair more, and then I'm gonna go straight up, and then I'm gonna give it a little bit of a rim that kind of tips outward. And we're gonna okay. I don't hate it. It's really big. It's gonna be kind of a nutty size of cup, but there it is. All right. That's a lot of clay.